money that everybody on earth can depend on.
Yeah.
Everyone on earth can store wealth in within Bitcoin. There's no other crypto that allows you to do that. And I'm hugely interested in technology. I mean, that's really, I told you that's how I got into Bitcoin. Studying, I don't know, NVIDIA. That sort of, okay, what's going to move our society forward? What do we need going forward?
Yeah.
And I guess to me, Ethereum or all of those other coins, if they can come up with a reason to exist, fine. But they're companies, right? They have marketing teams. I mean, I was on the phone 2 days ago with a marketing person at one of these layer one protocols, right? Talking about Google ads, right? Who does that for Bitcoin, by the way? No one. No one does that. So, yeah, I mean, Bitcoiners, I saw Morgan Richard something today on Twitter. There's a few people that say irresponsibly long. Okay, we're irresponsibly long. But according to what, right? Like, I think that we have to throw out all financial planning as we've known it. Because, I mean, the 60/40 bonds, who really wants to own bonds? I mean, if the U.S. defaults on debt, if we continue to print dollars, I mean, we have to look no further than Russia or China, who had like 60% allocation to US denominated debt 4 years ago. And I think they've reduced that by 20%. And only, I imagine, will continue to do so, right? If we're going to sanction Russia, which, okay, fine, it's the right thing to do. But if we're going to tell another country that we have the power over how they spend their wealth, right? They're storing their wealth in dollars and then we shut them out of the system. What signal do we give to the rest of the world? We give the signal that money is not safe. Money is not a safe store of value. Anything denominated in dollars is not a safe store of value. So, yeah, I mean, I fall into the category of being irresponsibly long Bitcoin. I guess, I kind of joke saying that, but I think it's the safest thing on earth. I really look at it as I don't have to think about this anymore.
Yeah.
And legit, I was paid for a very long time to day trade. So, these crypto traders that, I look at these guys and I'm like, okay, quit watching E-Trade commercials, right? Like, quit listening to this nonsense. Turn off Jim Cramer. He doesn't matter. Nothing he ever says matters. Never makes sense. He's completely incentive biased. Think, right? People just don't think. You and I were talking about living in a 3-second world. We were talking about that before we came on. I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, we think in these short little snips of time. But I mean, I start every day, not to like get on a high horse or anything, but one of the changes that I've made recently, like say 2 years, is I start every single day with a 30-minute block where all I do is read a book.
Yeah.
And I set a timer so that, I can protect my time, I guess. Turn my phone off, all of that. Sometimes I sit there an hour, sometimes it's an hour and a half. Before I worked at Unchained, I mean, I would read 3 or 4 hours a day, like 5 hours a day. I was just on vacation with my daughter and we read 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, when you give yourself permission to not be busy, you can begin to see that things like Bitcoin really make a lot of sense and nothing else really does.